one of the most compelling dynamics in Grand Theft Auto. Vice City. Definitive Edition is the relationship between Tommy Vercetti and Sonny Forelli, which serves as the emotional and narrative backbone of the game. From the very beginning, Sonny represents both authority and threat, a figure who defines the rules of the criminal world Tommy is entering. When Tommy arrives in Vice City, Sonny's instructions are clear: oversee the drug deal, ensure the Forelli family's interests are protected, and report back. However, the botched drug deal at the start immediately sets the tone for their relationship. Tommy's failure to complete the deal and the loss of the Forelli family's money introduces tension that permeates the entire story. It positions Sonny not just as a distant crime boss, but as a looming presence whose judgment and potential retaliation influence Tommy's decisions at every turn. The Definitive Edition, with enhanced visuals and cutscenes, emphasizes Sonny's domineering presence through facial expressions, body language, and voice acting, making the power imbalance more palpable than ever. Throughout the game, Sonny's relationship with Tommy is defined by a mixture of mistrust, obligation, and intimidation. Unlike other characters in Vice City, Sonny operates from a position of institutionalized authority within organized crime, and his interactions with Tommy highlight the stakes of operating under a powerful patron. Missions like Mall Shootout and Hit the Courier emphasize how Tommy must navigate the Forelli family's expectations while simultaneously building his own influence. These missions are not only gameplay challenges, but narrative tools that reflect the tension inherent in their relationship. Tommy must prove competence, manage risk, and anticipate Sonny's scrutiny while taking steps toward independence. The narrative constantly reminds players that while Sonny wields power, he cannot micromanage Vice City, leaving Tommy space to grow, adapt, and ultimately challenge the hierarchy. The tension between loyalty and autonomy is central to their dynamic. Tommy's ambition to establish himself in Vice City is in direct conflict with Sonny's expectations of obedience and accountability. While early missions are focused on completing tasks for Sonny, the narrative gradually shifts to show Tommy leveraging his growing influence, forming his own alliances, and making decisions that increasingly diverge from the Forelli family's directives. This tension is heightened by dialogue and cutscenes in the Definitive Edition, which allow players to observe subtle shifts in Tommy's confidence and Sonny's growing frustration or suspicion. The game carefully illustrates that the relationship is not static. Power, trust, and resentment evolve in response to Tommy's successes and failures, making the Forelli-Tommy dynamic a living element of the story. Sonny's influence also shapes Tommy's moral and strategic development. Early in the game, Tommy operates under pressure to satisfy a crime boss he respects and fears, which constrains his choices and forces a careful balance between survival and ambition. As Tommy consolidates power, defeating rival gangs, acquiring businesses, and eventually taking control of the Diaz and Vance operations, the game shows a gradual shift in agency. By the final act, Tommy's confrontation with Sonny is not only physical but symbolic. It represents the culmination of Tommy's journey from subordinate to independent crime lord. Sonny embodies the old-world control and limitations of organized crime, while Tommy represents innovation, adaptation, and self-determination within the Vice City underworld. The Definitive Edition enhances this dynamic through improved cutscenes, character animations, and voice work, making the psychological tension more immersive. Players can sense Tommy's growing confidence, Sonny's mounting impatience, and the underlying threat that their relationship carries. This interplay drives not only the story, but also player engagement, as missions are framed within a narrative of trust, defiance, and power negotiation.